Hi everyone, and welcome to another video. In today's video I will be coloring and talking to you guys. It's also known as the Color and Talk series here on my YouTube channel. Originally I was going to do a live voiceover, kind of like I did with my last video where I drew the house from the movie Up and I had a voiceover there, but I did that voiceover as I was drawing and coloring that picture. But I just decided to do a regular recorded voiceover, or else I don't even know how long this video would have been. Anyways, in today's topic, I kind of wanted to talk about my art more and what I really need to work on in order to better my art skills, because I feel like I can be good at drawing some things, but sometimes I feel like I lack in knowledge on certain skills in order to make my art even better. Like for example, I enjoy drawing forest and city sceneries, but in order to make that art even better, other artists usually add a focus point, whether it is a person or an animal or an item. Usually when a person looks at your art, their eyes go straight to the main focus point of the picture, and then they look at the background and the rest of the details of the piece, which having a focus point in my art is something that I lack in very deeply. I did that mushroom forest drawing a while back, and although it looked really unique and well drawn, there really wasn't a main focus to that art. And some people might say that it is okay to have that kind of drawing, but to me it just feels like that piece isn't complete and there is something missing to it, because yeah, it's a really nice piece, but what's the story to it? It's just a picture of, a drawn picture of a mushroom forest. Like, yeah, it's fantasy, but if you add characters and animals, you are able to tell a story with your art piece, and that is something that I want to do, because with that it's just, it's a mushroom forest. There's really nothing known to it. One of the other things I really need to and want to work on is learning how to draw people, especially with loving to draw forest sceneries and other types of sceneries. Having a person in my drawings would make my art actually look better. Kind of like I said, it gives you a story of your art piece. I kind of get really scared drawing people because I never get the proportions right and it just ends up looking wonky, and because of it looking so bad, I don't get motivated enough to keep trying, because if the person you're drawing, who is the main focus point of your piece, doesn't look good, then the rest of your art won't look good. And that's just kind of how I critique my art. I'm not telling people to critique their art in that way, but I'm just kind of giving you guys my thoughts that go on through my head, because I am my worst critic ever, and that's what I've gone through. Is if the person looks bad, then the rest of the art type of thing looks bad. So just a disclaimer, because some people might say that I'm saying that to every artist out there, but I'm not. That's just my way of thinking of my own art, just so you guys know. Because of that, I used to have a series here on my channel where I practiced drawing people, like their faces, their body, their arms, their legs, you name it, their eyes, their nose. And in that series I was supposed to kind of show you guys my progress in how better I get drawing at people, and I kind of just ended up deleting all the videos because they didn't do so well and the drawings were pretty bad. I kept thinking if I worked on it on my own time, and when the time comes of me finally drawing a person, that it would actually look good, because I thought I can't just make this into a video and it's gonna take time. Like if I made this into a series, you never know, because those series I didn't upload every week or every day. It was just like every couple of weeks, kind of like I do with my other series, so it would have taken time. Yeah, I really need to work on that. And I actually did end up drawing a picture of a girl, which you guys will kind of see in like a couple of videos, and it actually turned out pretty okay. I mean, I do tend to draw people a lot, especially for my drawings that I do in my little notebook. I did draw a character, which I'm not gonna spoil it because the video hasn't come out yet, but that character is an actual person, and I kind of messed up the proportions and all that, and you'll kind of see. But with this girl that I drew, it actually turned out really well, and I did post a picture of it on my social media kind of a while back. So after that, I kind of got motivated in order to keep drawing people. When I did have the time, I'd draw people like all the time, like kind of focus on drawing their eyes, drawing their nose. And I guess I was like being really critical of myself and wanting to go more realistic, but I feel like my art style is kind of in between realistic and cartoony. Like I try to find that balance, but sometimes it's like my brain, like if I think of a person in one of my pictures, I want that person to be realistic. You know, those people who just, they draw people and it looks like a photograph of that person, but it's not, it's a drawing piece. Like that's what I want to do, but unfortunately I can't. But I guess we all have things that we tell ourselves that we need to work on, and I've been just kind of, if I'm being honest with you guys, I've been working a lot, and during the weekends I don't get as motivated to draw or to do anything art related because one, I'm just so tired of working, and two, it's because of that lack of skill that I feel like I don't have. We all go through this, and I bet one of you guys are also going through like this, I guess you could say, artist block. And you know, you just kind of have to find that motivation and just kind of push through it. My motivation is you guys, and I'm not kidding. Like, you guys are my motivation. Every time I post a video, you know, I get a couple of comments and they just always put a smile on my face, as well as on Instagram when I try to message you back at least. You guys just motivate me to doing better and wanting to continue with this. And you know, my channel has been growing because of you guys, so I can't thank you enough for it. And yeah, I guess I need to work on drawing more people, getting better at that, and having a focus point in my art. Same with drawing with animals. I mean, I'm pretty okay with drawing at animals. I still need to work on, you know, a few skills and steps in order to make the animal look like an animal. But there's always something to learn on in art, and that's what I love about it. You start this hobby and you know, you're good at certain things, but then other things you need to get better at, and so you need to take those steps of practicing in order to get better. And as soon as you get better with that, you move on to the next task, whether it's a style you want to try out, or if you want to learn how to draw more scenery type of art. You know, you build that skill, like you take it one step at a time in order to get that practice. So I'm just kind of going on over the top of my head, just talking on what's been kind of going on in my art. And you know, I just realized I need to draw more people. If anything, have a story in my art. And you know, maybe that's also something maybe one of you guys are lacking in, is you do the same thing where I do, is you draw people more. It's kind of like the opposite of what I do. Like, you guys would draw people more, but not enough of like the background, and maybe you guys need to work on that, and that is okay. Like, we all go through this, and hopefully I do get better and also find the time to practice drawing people and just, you know, go from there, work from there, and make my art better. Because I feel like the art supply that I go towards more are my paintings, like my paint supplies, more than my markers or my colored pencils. I feel like that is something that I really want to, you know, expand my skill on, because, you know, I have two great paintings that I did that I took my time with, and they turned out pretty well, especially when the times I actually painted them. Like, I painted them years ago, but I still look at them and I'm just amazed of how it turned out. So I feel like I need to expand my skill on painting, and then eventually, when I get better at painting, go towards more marker type of art and colored pencils. But of course, it's also trying to find that right balance of finding time. But I think for now, I will stick with using my markers and my colored pencils, because I want to learn that skill of using both of them, both of the art supplies in one piece. And so that's what I've noticed I've been doing recently. So I feel like I should stick with that and just take things one step at a time, focus on using two art supplies in one art piece, and then, you know, slowly building my skill on drawing people, and then eventually doing a lot of big paint pieces, like paintings and stuff, which in those paintings, I then can use different art supplies. Like if I use acrylics, maybe I can use some marker or some colored pencils in there to give it some texture, to just add something to it. And then from there, for my painting, I can add people or animals and just make the piece look good. So yeah, but that is my little rant for today. I just kind of went over the top of my head. Usually I would kind of script things because then my brain is more together other than like all over the place, because I know sometimes I will repeat myself or I go from one topic to another, and that's why I usually tend to script things. But for this one, I thought I should kind of just make it a raw voiceover video for you guys. And the video itself, it will be trimmed because there's some spots where I'm not coloring, and I need to trim those spots. But for this voiceover, it's just kind of raw, and I would edit also the parts where I'm not talking, because that would just be kind of creepy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel and just loving my art and everything, and leaving really good comments and just motivating me to keep pushing forward, because I do need that as of right now, because of work. Like after work, I don't want to do anything, but because of you guys, I am getting pushed to keep going forward, because this is something that I want. So thank you guys. And if you're new to my channel and this is the first video you're watching, please hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification. I usually don't tend to tell this to people, but my uploading schedule is kind of all over the place. So if you click that bell notification, you'll get notified when my videos come out, and then you'll be able to get updated and whatnot. The next video I have for you guys will be an interesting one, so stay tuned for that one. It's already recorded. I'm just excited to edit it, but stay tuned for that one and the next couple of videos that will be coming out. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night or morning or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Oh, also, before I forget, I do have a shop, an Etsy shop. I sell pins there. I also have a Redbubble shop, which I have my art on various products and stuff. If you want to go check that out, everything is all linked down below, as well as my social media. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you once again, and I will again see you in my next video.